All right. So, guys, look at this particular screen. So, remember what we're doing today is to see how to pick out, criticize these particular designs, analyze them because while doing so, you are going to capture a whole lot of things, modern or old. I ask you, this UI you are seeing here, what's the experience like? Is it an they give you an old experience or new? Please, I need you to be responding as fast as possible.
So it's a new experience.
It's a new experience. Okay. Okay. So if you look at this app, there is something that you notice that has been so consistent in this app. And what is that? That is spacing. Two of us.
True.
Yes. So if you notice towards, can you see my mouse? You can see my mouse, right? If you notice towards this side, right, you see there's a whole lot of space, like cool space, but not too much. Cool space. Cool space here. And that's the secret of um, that's the antidote of clustering. Spacing is anti-clustering. Wherever you have enough spacings, you rarely have clusters. So you see, this is spaces, and you see the spaces even in the icon. See the space that is created between the icon and the particular card that is housing these icons: the moon, the key, the lock, and the flash off, and then the add new plus icon. So if you see these squares are we're given enough space. So now the icons or the content of each of the containers or these blocks of cards are not struggling or fighting with the container itself. So enough space. Now look at the mindset I needed to have as a UI or UX person. User experience. You are thinking about the users, right? Empathy. Now, look at what empathy is in this case, especially now that there's case spaces. If you are building or if you have a community or a room where people are packed, so you what those people are doing one or two things. Each of them in that room are doing one or two things. Now, do you know that the amount of result, the measure of results you're going to get in that inside that room depends on how you manage them inside that room. Now, one of the things that will be a very big problem for them is if you cluster them together, they will have issues. Not just that they will sweat or fight with each other, but they will not have enough space, breathing space to do what they want to do. This is a mindset, this is empathy here when it comes to spacing. So you are thinking about the user. Computing is modeled after human beings. So whatever you're doing, the secret, you know what I'm doing for you people is giving you what we call veteran secrets. These are secrets that can make you fly. I mean, fly swiftly. Okay. So have that in mind. Whatever thing you are doing, even if you are building a software product as a software engineer, every component you want to build, every service you want to build, try and see if there is a human factor to that. For instance, I want to build a service that handles security. I want to build an application that, of course, security is should be top notch. So what I should do, what's the relationship with humans and this kind of service proposed system that is about to come up? Okay, how does human security work? Okay, now you coming into you don't just coming into the house. There's a gate man in the gate, and then after the gate man in the gate, even if you pass the gate man in the gate, you definitely need to of course open up, get into the city room. You have to open up the door. That's another security, but not really pronounced like the gate man. Now, there are even houses where you space and then the gate man checks you or searches you, and then you present your ID card and all that or whatever. The gate man searches you and checks everything and discovers that there's nothing, so you are all clean. Then he now tells you to come in. Now, when you come in, there's another person again, another person, but in another level of security that says, please give me your ID card. I want to, your ID card and also your invitation ticket. So I want to also confirm if you are authorized to get into this room. Yeah, you are free. Everybody is free, provided you are not coming with any harmful equipment or weapon. You are free to come into the compound, but you're not free to come into a certain area. Now, these are the things I can think about, right? And then I can implement that in my security. This is just brainstorming. This is ideation. This is how this thing works. For every innovation today, for every intervention, there is always a model. Web that we are celebrating today, that everybody is using today, right? Web is made from cobwebs, colors and color separations and the beauty aesthetics and all that were made from naturals. For instance, butterflies. These things doesn't just come up like that. So for you to be able to be create how it is, connect it with every physical or natural thing that you can find, or you can lay your hand on, and that is just it. So if you see what is going on in this app, back to the app, you can see that the spaces here are free. So all the icons and the whatever are not fighting. And that gives the user a sense of clarity. It gives the user, it tells the user, oh, yes, of course, these guys knows what they are doing. Now imagine those icons and the whatever are just together. There was no padding, the space, no margin for the spacing and all that. Yeah, the user might even find it difficult to even click on a particular button. Let me give you an instance. There was a particular CBT exam software that we used one certain time when I was a particular in Unizik, when I was helping, I was actually on technical supervision. So I think last year, sometime last year or so, the CBT exam that we're using, the button that people you have to select their what is it called? Their options were just radio buttons. You know what I mean by radio buttons? Those dot buttons.
Do you wash it? You wash your tie to the outside. Only you can go outside. Everything should have dried by now.
Lisa,
So.
Lisa, off your mic. Lisa, off your mic.
No, no, no. Shut up, Chris. Ah,
Be calming down.
Shay, Shay.
Hilarious. Sukwanike now. Sukwanike. More they hear better stuff for you.
Okay. Ah.
So guys, let's continue. I'm sorry for that. It wasn't anyone's fault. It was Google
My mouth.
Clubhouse. Okay. So back to what we were saying. Okay. Now you're looking at this design again. Manuel, you're trying to come in, but I can't see you again. Okay, so looking at the design again, I don't know if you got all the things I said. Did you catch it?
Yes, we
Sorry,
did. We got it. We got on.
Okay. So now notice something here again. Watch it. Watch from here. Watch my mouse from the quick here down, 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 down. Did you notice anything here? There's consistency from here, this icon to this icon. So the margin here is the same, and then just a little bit different from here. So it's almost like all of them were on the same line, just a little bit different. And check that same margin, amount of margin here, in as much as we're not seeing the real figures, but I mean, I'm looking at what we are seeing here. They look actually the same in my eyes. So watch from here down again, except for here because this particular component is has rolling effect, right? So from here down, if you notice, the same space, consistency, the same space. Now look at this particular part. See the spacing, the spacing at the margin at the left of this home icon and the label. See the spacing from this profile icon and the label. They are the same. The spacing between here and here, they are the same. Being intentional. As a UI or UX person, you need to also pay attention to details. I don't know if I told you these things. A UI UX, if you must be a good UI or UX person, you should put on your eyeglasses. Eyeglasses, I mean, it's not that you go and buy physical eyeglasses. Get your lens, your inner lens. Everyone has an inner lens. Look at it again and again. There's a way, there's a way of looking at things they call scanning. Don't just scan. I mean, look at it, check it. There's this methodology in software engineering we call rubber duck technique. We use the rubber duck technique to for debugging, right? So we want to, for instance, troubleshoot to find out where our bug or whatever that is triggering the bug, right? I will just bring out a rubber dog, and then the rubber dog technique is just to help me look at the lines of code. So one by one, so a way to instigate that discipline of paying attention to details. So I have patience because I have to take my time to look at the code one by one. So even if it's 1,000 line of codes, I don't mind. So I have to look at them one by one. That is rubber dot technique. Now, the UI UX person should throw away the attitude of scanning, except when needed. But whatever you are building, please pay attention to details. As bigger, as small as comma can change your design. As small as a font size is smaller than what it should be can change everything in your design. Pay attention to details. As small as zero point 0.5 margin bigger than the other one. So this particular margin here at the left here, or this particular one in the home label is different from this one. Maybe just a little bit, 0 0.5. That is a very big error. So you need to pay attention to details. Now, looking at the sign in button, if you look at this particular app is doing already without much explanation, true or false? Are we together? Are we still here? Are we still here?
Yes, sir.
So I asked a question, everybody kept mute.
Yes, we are here.
How about your one monkey again?
Please, we didn't get the question.
I said this particular app, if you
Ask
look
the
at this
question
app
again.
now,
Ask the
for
question
instance,
again.
this particular app you're seeing here, looking at it, doesn't it tell you what this app is all about, even without much explanation?
I think it's for whether it's for environment related. For example, both weather, uh, there is weather there is off energy, sleep, wake up. It's just like it's environmental related stuff. I think.
I'm seeing wake up here, which is a simple English. I'm seeing
I think
sleep,
it's
which
for
is
the
a
home.
general English. I'm seeing came home, which is a general English. I'm seeing leave home with a key of they would have you would have used off power. So if this is a Nigerian app now, for instance, thinking UX or thinking about the user, you should either use off power or power off. You know this kind of thing. So I know this app is maybe targeted. The target audience are overseas. So these guys understand what these things are really, but our people might not really get it what it means of energy. So off um, either off power or light source or whatever, and then add new. And I'm seeing rooms. I'm seeing rooms, which seems like a category. So all these things is likely going to be all the rooms. I'm seeing living room. I'm seeing three devices. Oh, in living room. So that tells me that is that what it means? So three living room has three devices. You see what I'm trying to do. You see what how I'm trying to intuitively get into this particular app. Okay, guys, are you still here? Those icons, that's one. What else?
The writings under the stuff, they welcome Tom.
Okay, welcome, Tom.
The homepage app that said this app will make you feel more comfortable in your home. The write up that said this app will make you feel more
But this
comfortable in
one,
your
this one
home.
has no. This one is just
The
the app creative. This one has nothing to do with the app itself. We're looking at the app already, so assuming or the user the ground of the app. But I'm just looking at this screen as if it's on my phone, right?
yeah, I
I'm
think that's all I can see.
from login, so either login and create account.